Here. My name is Ben Morgan, Life Advisor Solution. The main thing that we're going to talk about, as we always do, if you're not familiar yet, we are not an FMO, we are not an IMO, we are not an insurance company, and we are not here to recruit you to sell annuities or sell any type of life insurance, IULs, long-term care, Medicare, supplements, none of that stuff. Where we come in is we are in an alternative investment where it just so happens in California that you are legally allowed to sell this product to your client base here in California because you have a life insurance license. That product is known as life settlements. A lot of people are very confused on what that is. Every day I have conversations with agents who get this very confused with the fact of that they think that we're looking to buy policies from their client base. And that is absolutely what we're not here to discuss today. That is not something we do. So essentially, they think that, think of it like real estate. They think that I am out here talking to you as agents looking to buy your clients' houses. And that's not what we're looking to do. Think of it on the other side. We are putting together a portfolio of policies that we have purchased, or actually a company that we work with has purchased. And then your clients are able to invest in this. These are clients of yours that maybe have done things with you, such as annuities, such as index universal life, or you know that they have IRA portfolios in the market. This is a chance for them to invest in something outside of that, hence an alternative. And this is a space I've been in for about 2 decades, where I have seen clients make decent returns, and at the same time not be in the market, not dealing with the stock market, real estate market, a place where they can make money because they are purchasing parts of policies on people overall over time, where people will pass away and then they get paid. So with that, today that leads into today's presentation, which is the secret investment and marketing plan that made me $1 million producer. Unlike some other people who just kind of sit here and tell you, hey, follow this lead, and all they're about is just recruiting, and that's it. At any time anybody here wants to see my 1099s, actually, I do produce, right? And this is a way that I have produced over the years. So what I'm offering everybody on this call here is you'll have my number, you'll have my email. We reach out to you. If you are interested in selling life settlements, book a call with me after this presentation so that we can discuss your situation, okay? Everybody has a different story, and I need to know what your story is so that I can then help you come up with a marketing strategy. The low-hanging fruit for someone like me, I'm not going to lie, I would love to talk to somebody who's been selling annuities, IULs for 10, 15, 20 years, has a ton of client base. Why is that? Because it's instant plug-in. Anybody who's sitting here with millions of dollars of written business and annuities can easily go out to that annuity book of business and then say, hey, don't you want to hear about this product? We could be doing dinner seminars. We could be doing a lot of things like this Zoom call. So that's an easy plug-in for me. While at the same time, I just talked to somebody the other day, zero book of business in this space, but they've been in real estate for the last 10, 15 years. We equally can go after that. And then, of course, you have people who maybe don't have a book of business. Well, we're going to have to get a little bit more creative in that situation and figure out a way. If you are on this call, and I'm going to be straight up honest with you, if you're on this call with absolutely no prospects in mind for yourself and you're hoping that we just have leads for you, that's not going to happen. And I'll tell you why. Because the bottom line is I already have people that I work with who have worked with me for years, and they know how to close, and they already know this product. So just think logically. I'm obviously going to give leads like that to people who I know can close. Right. And I don't want to be offensive to anyone here. It's kind of, maybe a little illogical to think that you're just going to come on a call and some guy who just met you 5 minutes ago is going to start giving you leads because you came on a call. Our business doesn't need that. We are looking for people who want to produce, who want to learn, but we will help you organically cultivate your own leads. Okay. If you have a book of business, 100%, we can help you farm that for this product very easily so that you could make a six-figure salary on this a year easy. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Disclaimer, obviously, you got to take anything we say here with a grain of salt. What I will tell you is this. Very bottom line is anything we have is in written form. You can go over it. You can peruse it. Any contracts that you're going to give a client, any contract you would sign, obviously it's all going to be emailed to you. There's no rush. You can take a look at all of it, and we're here to answer anything, complete transparency with you and your client base. Okay. About me, I've been in this industry for about 20 years. When I started in the industry, I was like many others. I started focusing on annuities, mainly did dinner seminars and a radio show. So if you're not familiar, you could buy up ad time on a weekend. It's about a half-hour show. It was pre-recorded, and then leads would come in that way. And then I was doing a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night dinner seminar 2 times a month at places like Mimi's Cafe, where people just came in. You did the usual thing, hour long, get a bunch of people. And then from that, I had an office space and people came and visited with me. And I built a large book of business off of that. The problem with that, though, over time is that the cost increased in many ways. Postage started going up, obviously, always does. The cost of the meals started going up, and also other people started hitting up the seminar market so that my response rate just plummeted by maybe 50%, which meant that I was seeing a lot less people. The close ratios dropped because people were going to so many of these dinner seminars, and it started to be a grind. I wasn't losing money, but I was working like 3-4 times as hard just to make the same amount of money. And I was absolutely exhausted and was like, there's got to be something else. So what I did have, though, was a book of business. I had hundreds of clients and realized that after I sold them the annuity, I needed to find something else to present to them that was fresh. Okay. So in 2009, I was introduced to life settlements, and we'll go over what that is. I added it to the dinner seminars that I was already doing, and then I started presenting it to my client base in other versions, doing events with them, booking one-on-one annuity reviews, things of that nature. And the next thing you know, it took off like wildfire. And literally overnight, my entire business model changed to where it was like 80% of my business was now life settlements and 20% was the annuities and IULs. And that's what I'm telling you here today, is that you easily could come in and see the same kind of situation for you. So it's the ice cream store analogy. This is what I give to a lot of agents. I like analogies. Sometimes they're cheesy, but I think it makes people understand. A lot of people, when I talk to them in your position, they're usually selling IUL and they're usually selling annuities and maybe doing a few things on the side, but that's their big bulk of business. And what I say to them is, look, your IUL is your chocolate, your vanilla is your annuity, right? What happens, though, is you start running out of prospects because they've heard you talk about these two things ad nauseum. And they would have already purchased from you if they were interested. The people are telling you that they're going to get back to you. They'll think about it. That's just a polite no, right? Well, what happens is if you think of us as your strawberry, you introduce them to a third flavor. Now what happens is you're able to go back to your vanilla and chocolate clients and say, hey, we have a new flavor, and some of them are absolutely going to buy because they like you. They like what you have to deal with. It's just you didn't have anything to offer them that was new. The other thing that's going to happen is a lot of people who said no because they didn't want the annuity or the IUL are going to then stop by and go, I'm interested. And you're going to get people off the street through referrals, right? This is going to be a major boost in your business by just using this. What I tell people is you use this as the door opener to get in with people you already know, who've heard your other pitch, and it's a door opener to people who are new. And then you might find the annuity. I could tell you I have a ton of agents I've worked with where their annuity business doubled or tripled after implementing our marketing system because they were getting in the doors where others weren't, because everybody is selling the tax-free retirement. Everyone is selling the lifetime income. You're not the only person on the block who owns that. Every single agent, whether you're great or terrible, are selling those kind of prospecting, premium finance, these are the things that just circle around in our business all the time. None of your competitions going in the door with the life settlement angle. Okay. And that's why you'll be different. So let's talk about this. What is a life settlement? A life settlement is when a senior sells his cash insurance policy, sells policy for cash. Okay, that's all it is. They have $1 million policy. They're 80 years old. They don't want to. They don't have to pay the premiums of $50,000 a year anymore. So they're going to sell this thing off for $200,000-$300,000. Okay, the company that we work with, they buy these policies up. They package them in a group of 5. And then what they do is then your client base can invest in them either using cash or IRAs. Most of the people who are investing, I'd say 7 out of 10 are usually coming from IRAs, right? So here's how this works. Equilife, the company that we work directly with, owns a portfolio of life settlements. You can sell a fraction of the portfolio to your client base, right? So your client will own portions. If the client puts in $100,000, they're going to own portions of 5 different policies. If your client invests $10,000, they're going to own just small pieces of 5 different policies. So let's take an example here. If your client invests $50,000 on the current situation, what they're getting back is $88,500 in death benefit, which is an estimated gain of 77%. So if your client came in with a $50,000 IRA purchase today, they're going to own parts of 5 different policies for a total of $88,500. Now, what we don't know is when they're going to get paid on those. We have life expectancy reports. They're very detailed. You can go through them. Your clients can go through them. Think of them like an appraisal on a house. That's what it looks very much like. It's an appraisal, exactly what that is. It's not a guarantee. We have seen some policies come way early in maturity where people are getting crazy APRs above 20%. But we also know that means that some policies are going to go long and clients may see a very small return on some. That's why you have your clients invest in 5 different policies. So they get complete diversification by spreading out risk. And then the other thing is you have them come back again, and now they own 10, 15, 20 policies, right? Which even spreads out the risk even more. So here's my secret marketing plan. Pretty simple. We have a marketing company we work with at no cost to you. This comes out of my pocket, where they do emails. And set up a calendar for you. And it's also through texting that leads to a Zoom presentation that you would do, or one-on-ones, where you could do Zooms like this twice a month at a regular time, like I do. I'm doing every other Wednesday, 11 o'clock. It's just keep sending people out information, and then people show up out of your list, or they can come and directly do a one-on-one appointment with you, which is great too. So emails and texts go out every week, and they bring people to a Zoom or a one-on-one appointment. We also have postcards. For those who are closing, the second 2 areas would be is we have a dedicated phone appointment setter that would definitely call through your list. And then we could do VIP dinner events that I do. I just did a VIP dinner event for some agents in Irvine, where we had over 110 attendees, and then in the La Palma area for 40 people. So that was in 1 month. We had 150 people show up for a group of agents where you could easily reserve a table in an area, or even I could do an entire room if you have a big enough client base. Okay. So let's talk about this. This is kind of what the emails look like. They go out once a week, as you can see at the bottom. So the agent's name, phone number, license number, book with Calendly. Boom, they click on there. There's the live webinar event. They can register, makes it very simple. You can see in the right-hand corner here, we promote Warren Buffett owns life settlements. That is absolutely true. He's kind of like the smartest investor of all time. So people like to see that. These would go out to your client base, about once a week, twice a week. A lot of times it may wind up in spam. We find out in today's situation that the easiest way to get in front of people is through texts. We could also help you shoot short little 10-second videos that you then send out to people, that then bring them to your calendar as well. Here's an email set too. So what we do is we like to keep them fresh. So you saw that there's about 6 emails here that are total. And what would happen here is one would go out probably once a week or twice a week, so that your clients never see the same email more than once in a month. Our postcards are here for the people who are producing for us. We put more money into them, obviously. These postcards go out to your client base every 2 weeks. So your clients are literally, think about this, seeing 6 to 8 emails from you a month. They're getting 2 postcards from you a month. And then if you had the phone booker is going to make a call once a month, and they're either going to leave a voicemail because no one picks up their phone anymore, and or does talk to the client base, and it's a warm lead because they're going to say they work for you, and all they wanted to do was set up a time to do a review on your account. That's literally, and that you are, that you're working on something that's a little different that they might want to hear about. Very simple. If they say yes, they're going to confirm their email and number, and that way that information will be given to you on your Calendly. We'll put that in there for you. If the client says no, great, have a nice day. And then we will put them on the list to check the next week, next month. And the bottom line here is very simple. The client says, like, screw off. Hey, we're going to take them off the list, let you know so you can kind of patch up what's there, let them know, didn't mean to bother them. We do not want to upset people, and we'll just take them off the list. There's no reason to talk to somebody who doesn't want to be bothered. Okay. VIP events, very simple. As I mentioned, we just did a dinner at Gulliver's. We did a place called, I think, Italia up in La Palma. The way this works is very simply is either I gather a group of agents. So let's say I have 8 agents, and each agent says, I can bring 2 couples to this dinner. Great. That's a table of 6 for them. It's the agent with their husband or wife, and then 2 couples. That's 6 people at a table. I get 6 to 8 tables of different agents. Hey, we've got a room of 30 to 40 people. I do a little event. It's about a half-hour talk like this. We hand out the paperwork, show people the offer, whatever it is, and then that agent takes it from there. They have their own leads. That is one way we can do an event. Another one is if you have a large book of business, we will go ahead and do an event just for you. You can go ahead and do the presentation if you wish. I'll be there to help out and facilitate, or you can make me the guest speaker and we show up. The way this works is very simple. We front the cost up front. And then when you close business, based on how much the bill was, if you only have one table of 8, we're only going to charge you about, it's only going to come out of your commission. That's very small. Okay. So that's the way our marketing works. This is tried and true. It's exactly what I did. I used to do one dinner event every single month with my client base. We sent out postcards, we sent out emails. Texting wasn't really the thing back then, but then I had a phone booker, and that kept me busy every single day of the week. In my heyday of doing this, before I took over and started helping out with recruiting agents, and this is verified, I was writing somewhere between $6 and $8 million in this product every single year just by doing this. Okay. And the number one place I was bringing in business was repeat business, because with Equilife, the good thing about them is they always have a fresh new round of policies for people about every 4 months. So what that means is if you have a client comes in now, in 4 months, you can hit them up and say, hey, you should put some more money over here, especially with an IRA, right? Because there are IRA contributions. There are ways to move money from other IRAs, and we're going to show you how to do all of this. So here's where we are today. Okay. There are 16 people, I believe, on this call. Book a free consult with us. I believe tomorrow you will get an email thanking you for this meeting with the video. My essentially Calendly, or however it goes, will be on there, and you go ahead and take a look at it there. Okay. So with that said, this is where we'll help you with the personal marketing plan and get contracted. Okay. I want to thank you all very much. To contact us here is very simple. It's Ben Moore, you see there. You can hit me up by the email there. It'd be from the email that you're probably already getting. And then that is my personal cell. Calling me would be tough, because it's hard for me. I'm on the phone all the time. But a simple text of, hey, I'm interested, let's talk. I can plan a time and we can get that going.